Hey people, Ingrid here, 3v3 Fend Unlock, and the Emperor's finest are here. On the blue team, Lucifer, as a force commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee, versatile frontline hero, bringing support and disruption too. This is the Blood Ravens. Alongside, Saint Galahad and a Techmarine, starts off in ranged combat, can support with structures and repair, also get a melee weapon going. Rounding off the blue team then, Jono, 28VH, as an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat by default. Begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura, and the Ultramarines DLC here. On the red team then, trying to take him on, Tekesh and a Warboss, a melee hero walking through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. And this is is this Death Skulls recolored, I think? Alongside Dud71 as a Kommando knob, an infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up, Orky style, begins with a twin link shooter, rounded off the teams. Already taking some damage here. The TheOrangeMuppet, Warp Spider Exarch, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat by default, great for capping and harassing some powerful control. Probably took the damage capping that power point over there. Teleports away now and leaves. Howling Banshees also backing off. Guardians dropping a couple of models. Banshees need to stay safe until TheOrangeMuppet can get some more squads out there. Double sluggers for duds. War Banner is up. Over in the northwest, both the Orky heroes are here. Force commanders smacking them around a bit. Sluggers joining the fight, or are they? Some good battle cry disruption going on. Or they're trying to get through to the tax. Look, the sluggers took so much damage trying to do so. I think their coherency got all messed up. They were too far away to too far away from each other to start moving again. Really well done here by Lucifer, taking on two armies basically. Got some idle Orks towards the mid, or are they idle? They're fighting some tactical marines and a Techmarine here. Trying to pile bolt of fire onto those sluggers. No, he's shooting at the shooter boys. Almost wiped him. Force Commander tries to get another kill. Couldn't quite do it. Now the double sluggers on the Techmarine, who dives for the garrison and then retreats. Scouts taking that central VP. And here comes Lucifer still in the field. Force Commander still up. Got some shotgun scouts. The attack took a bunch of damage but didn't drop a model. Really good start for Lucifer. The problem now is he's going to get forced off in the next fight just because he doesn't have that much hit points up. But he's going to try and use the time to cap for now. Howling Banshees flee from the southeast. Apothecary's quite low here. Might need to heal himself when it's off cooldown. More Howling Banshees, eh? TheOrangeMuppet's doubled them up. Aspect of fleetness in these guys, and the other ones with aspect of strength. 468 to 475 on the VPs, 2-1 for the Space Marine fellas. The Emperor's finest, with a pretty decently strong start, I think. Devastator's on the way for Jono. Saint Galahad with an assault squad on the way. The Scouts did get a Sergeant Hey Howling Banshees war shouting in amongst some tactical marines. And they've been chopped up by those power weapons, but they are persuaded to leave in the end. Nice little assist there from Saint Galahad. Rotating down to the southeast corner a bit. Here come the Scouts too. Techmarine, are you back on the field yet? He is. More scouts for Lucifer. Maybe to double up on the shotguns. With double shotguns and Force Commander Disruption, you can do a lot of really good work to early game Orks. These tacks did drop a model, by the way. 75 rec to get another one. It's expensive. You get like 3 sluggers for that almost, I think. 468 to 444. In fact, sluggers are 25 exactly, aren't they? Double sluggers with burners coming in. Gives them a couple of power weapons. And burner weapons, of course. Techmarine with the mastercrafted bolter. There's the high-powered shot on those sluggers there. Tax dropping a model, but they do get away. Devastator's now setting up in a really good spot. Going to suppress those sluggers. And those shooter boys, who got really close for some reason. Did the sluggers make it out? They did. Barely, but they made it out. Commando knob now getting very low, but the sluggers can counter-initiate on the Apothecary, who's also, I think, going to go down here. Yeah, goes down. Lost sight of his Apothecary for a second. And it was enough to fall. Assault squad here for Saint Galahad. Jump troops with chain swords. Devastators need to move up a bit here. Should get revived, I think. All Storm Boys up for Tekesh. These fellas have power melee knives, and with Warboss support, they can be terrifying. Some grenades going in. Scouts then retreats. I think that was 2 grenades there. Assault squad jumping in on the looters. There's use your choppers though on the Storm Boys, boosting their damage and their melee skill. A nightmare for that assault squad. Can they get away? They didn't jump out. They're going to retreat, and they were all knocked over and stuff. Somehow they didn't drop a model. I think because the Force Commander was helping with battle cries there. Level 2, this fella doing a really good job so far. Storm Boys jumping a Techmarine and Tactical Marine back line, and they didn't go for the garrison. Maybe because they know that there's burner sluggers around, they can use Burn That House, and even if they don't use it, just using their basic ranged attack on the garrison would be quite painful. Force Commander runs. Yeah, the Storm Boys are going to be potentially massive problems. It might be worth getting Bionics, even without a melee weapon. Because if they jump you like that, what are you going to do? Especially when they've got the Knob Leader that can stun you. If you can just do powerful sweeping and reposition maybe. Howling Banshees pushing up and War Shouting. Forcing off the Devastators. Here's Shotgun Scouts for Jono, who goes tier 2. So does Tekesh and the Orange Muppet. No sign of group teleport yet. Would be cool to see though with the double Howling Banshees. Allows you to teleport a group of units, hence the name. Can set up some really nasty flanks with multiple Howling Banshees and stuff. Imagine that with the Seer Council too. Storm Boys are dealt with. Double Shotgun Scouts will really help with that. Especially if you can time a Shotgun Blast into a Grenade Throw. But they are forced off this side of the Space Marines. Force Commander comes out, wondering what's going on. Where's he heading? Not sure where he's heading. Apothecary was revived by the Techmarine, who levels almost to level 3 actually. Devastators, sorry, not Devastators, Power Gen goes down. Force Commander swinging away. Goes after the Shooter Boys. He's getting very low. That was a risky move there to run into the shooters, and down he goes. Sluggers get the kill. Kommando all the while with a whole bunch of Daka. Here's the assist now from St. Galahad. Should be able to get another revive here, taking him into level 3, boosting the damage of his Mastercrafted Bolter. High powered shot going in there. And there's a stun bomb to try and stun him, so he can't fire that dangerous bolt gun. Warboss runs. Kommando, did you make it out? Yeah, you made it out. Warbanner still up here. Techmarine can now revive. Looters. Oh, they wiped the scouts. Those are Lucifer scouts getting wiped there. Trying to get into melee, I guess. I imagine they didn't have their Shotgun Blast or their grenade available for whatever reason. Either energy or cooldowns. Techmarine now level 3. Lucifer in tier 2. Just queued up a Librarian there, but cancelled it. Storm Boys now with their Knob Leader, thinking they can stun on landing. Specifically where the Knob Leader lands. That was a Bomber Boy attack. Also gives them more jump range, which is pretty awesome for these fellas. Storm Boys run off. Being very aggressive with those fellas is Tekesh. Warboss now getting a Bang Bang Hammer to buff them, maybe with a Boss Pole perhaps. Meanwhile, southeast I see a lot of dead Howling Banshees. But it looks like they all made it out. Here's a Weird Boy for Duds to defend the power. Nicely done. Got a Knob Leader on these sluggers, but not on these fellas. Kommando being all sneaky with the Sneaky Infiltration kit. Foot of Gork. Scouts run away, they still got hit, but they're fine. Yeah, I don't think Jono could do much about that. He does have customized Storm Bolter, also armor of the Apothecarian, and improved medical equipment. Assault Squad jump, they have their Sergeant. Might be able to get a good Merciless Strike in there. Oh, but they're low on energy. They must have already jumped recently or something. There's Signum armor with marked target. To try and focus something down. Double Howling Banshees coming in with Weird Boy support. Can he throw a good Warp Vomit in there? Needs to be friendly fire careful. We do have a Boss Pole, which is buffing the Banshees. They're impressed with it. Cyborg implants are in too. That's mainly for the Assault Squad, I believe. Pretty useful against Terminators as well, actually, because it is a source of stun. Tier 3 for Orange Muppet. We saw Anti-Grav Grenade, but no group teleport. What is this? Scouts? Yep. Scouts of Lucifer decapping. Is Lucifer looking for tier 3 here? Not purchasing anything in tier 2. The Tax didn't get a Sergeant or anything, or no special weapon. There's a lot of his power gone then. Oh, it's gone here. Fully kitted Force Commander, Thunderhammer, Artificer, and the Teleporter pack. Teleport right into backlines, or just where he's needed. whether it's a front line. Walks by the levels and runs away. And the weird boy's harassing these Stern Guard veterans. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. St. Galahad Stern Guard can switch their ammo to combat all targets at the moment. Got the Hellfire acid rounds loaded in, doing damage over time to light infantry and heroes, which is most of the Orc roster at the moment. Can get some heavy infantry up in tier 3 though. Weird boy flees. There's some grappling hook action. Just using it to reposition further back, I think. Special shooter is in. An Orky shotgun. 383 to 381. Very even on the VPs. Howling Banshees in on the Apothecary. Port on the front lines there. I'm not sure the customized Storm Porter was the right choice. I guess you could use it to full auto one of the Exarchs maybe. I was thinking he was going to get Sanguine Chainsaw to try and brawl a bit more and save his heal for other stuff. Does have the devs, does have plasma attacks and flame attacks. Guardians will try to defend the power. I mean, he got rid of the Banshees there just by repositioning and pulling back a bit. Meanwhile, up in the north, Force Commander is downed. Another revive for St. Galahad into level 5 now. Warboss runs, looks like he's alright. And there's a Librarian for Lucifer. Throws the smite on the looters who flee. Force Commander runs. Can they push through onto the VP here? Or maybe rotate a bit to the mid power. Looks like Galahad wants to get hold of this VP again. I think he should have pushed on there. Tried to get to the power maybe. There's still lots of VPs to play for. It's harder to hit the power maybe later on when there's massive armies in the mid. Dark Creepers are up for OrangeMuppet. Powerful ranged squad with anti-infantry and anti-vehicle capabilities. Just got their Exarch up, and now here comes the aspect of Reaper. Using the Star Swarm launcher at the moment, doing good area of effect damage, and there's the Reaper Barrage with suppression. He used to knockback, I think, but they changed that. These guys are heavy infantry, so you saw Kraken bolts up there on attacks to do extra damage. And they won't like that plasma gun either. They really won't like that plasma gun. Here comes the Kommando from downtown. Double sluggers coming in. Shotgun blast goes off. Explosive shells. High explosive shells, I should say. Attack's getting a bit close to stuff there. Yeah, 2v1. Jono needs to get out. Reapers did some decent work considering they were all alone against double attacks and stuff. Oh, Apothecary went down. Devastators they were covering a bit far back, eh? I think Jono was hoping to be able to reposition back there. Didn't quite work out. But here's the Force Commander. Level 3. Thunderhammer going Thunderhammery. Can he take out those sluggers? I don't think so. Howling Banshee's looking for a different path. But the Commando's back there. And he's shotgunning those guys in the back. St. Galahad coming through now. Assault Squad need to choose to jump carefully. Do you jump the Banshees? Oh, the Banshees are running. Down goes the Warp Spider Exarch. I think he was trying to chase something, maybe. What about the Kommando? 24 hit points, he's alright. Dark Creeper is using the Reaper's Grasp on the Librarian, meaning he can't teleport. 302 to 367 means he can't charge, I believe, as well. Does it stop your... I wonder if it stops your natural melee charge. That would be cool if it did, but I don't think it does. 302, 367. I mean, maybe it does. The damage pouring in on that Force Commander. Really dangerous squad, the Dark Creepers now. Assault Squad jump into double Banshees and double Sluggers. This is a bad place to be, fellas. There's high-powered shot on the Banshees. They use their Merciless Reckon and get the hell out of there, which I think was smart. Stern Guard doing what they can. Here come more attacks. Reaper's Barrage only suppresses the Techmarine there. Arrived a little bit late there, Jono, to help out St. Galahad. There's those Devastators, though. Those covering Devastators. Been doing some good work for Jono. Oh, the Apothecary may not get away. Nothing shooting him. They're all suppressed. Oh, he heals himself. He's still in play. Can he full auto that weird boy, maybe? There's marked target. There's the full auto. Levels up to 4. The Apothecary makes his heal better. High-powered shot on the looters. And the Techmarine runs. He's doing some really good work here. St. Galahad up to level 7 with that fella. Did get 2 or 3 revives up. Seer Council on the way now for Orange Muppet. And Nob Squads for both of the Orc players. Warboss flees down this side. Librarian is in, so he set up dropping some Terminators down somewhere. He can do it. Waiting for the right time, maybe. Maybe he's waiting for if he sees a Nob Squad. To see if he wants to get the Assault fellas. Seer Council are up. I mean, that's a good reason to get Assault Terminators right there with claws. With the Stern Guard leveled up. Level 2. And now we have Vanguard Veterans. Swapping some utility. They lose the Melter Bomb. But they gain more health, more damage, power melee. Weird Boy taking a bunch of damage. Gets a good hit and then runs. Dark Creepers. They are lacking a model. Here come the Seer Council. Powerful melee squad with good disruption. They have a passive leap into combat. And they provide a damage resistance aura around them. Great for these Howling Banshees. That's a really good Merciless Strike though. It wiped one of the Banshees, you know. That Merciless Strike wiped the Banshees out with the Bolt of Fire support, I'm sure. And some Terminators are up for Jono. And can they wipe the Seer Council now? Down to 70 odd hit points. That was so close. The Assault Cannon doing huge DPS there. Almost 60 DPS just on that single weapon. And it suppresses. But now they have to deal with the Nob Squad. With U-Jammers. These guys start off in power melee these days. U-Jammers also give them momentum though, so they're really good to get either way. Being suppressed, hard boys on them, mark target on them, all sorts of stuff. And they need to run. Kommando chucks a stun bomb in. Really good stun, look at that. And the Weird Boy gets a revive. Sorry, the Warboss gets a revive. Up to level 4 now. Warp Spider Exarch back to his feet. Anti-Grav Grenade gonna be a nice tool to have against Terminators, isn't it? Just lift them in the air, let the Dark Creepers shoot them. Looters are here. Grenade. Ouch. Think it, did it kill a Dark Creeper too, maybe? Oh, Warboss goes down. Wasn't even paying attention to him. Dark Creepers only have 3 models, but they still pack a punch. And Looters are holding the line here. Howling Banshees decide to go in. There's the Foot of Gork. I'm not sure if the Terminators can get away unless they teleport. There it is. Getting a decent stun. And an Eldritch. Throws in the Eldritch. Doesn't do a huge amount. Bit of a waste there from Orange Muppet, I think. If he timed it a bit closer to the Foot of Gork would have been great. And now we do indeed have Assault Terminators, and they are indeed getting Lightning Claws. Down to 60-60 cost, used to be 70-70. Nob Squad flee. I think it's now cheaper for these guys to use their Frenzy in 211. Less red cost. Got some Flash Kits and some more Flash Kits for Tekesh. No doubt with blasters. $243 to $308 on the VPs. I wonder if it's worth Orange Muppet trying to get a Falcon up. Instantly give it the shield. These guys can reinforce off it and jump inside. There's not a huge amount of anti-vehicle out here. All that melee stuff runs. Dark Creepers continue to put damage in as that Reaper's Grasp. It does slow you down as well. 20% or so. Maybe 30% slow. Terminators arrive with their claws. Everything flees in terror. No blasters yet on these Flash Kits. Orange Muppet not happy with the Space Marines apparently. St. Galahad floating resources, maybe looking for the Land Raider Redeemer. 243, 281, 221 cap for the Space Marine team. Have they hit the stride now in Tier 3? Or can the red team stop them? More Flash Kits for Duds. D-Cannon for Orange Muppet. 2 Orc heroes are down though. They are revivable. We need to push these Space Marines back a bit to get it done. Warp Spider's in there. Going for Entangling Web. Another nice tool to have against Terminators. Because they can't retreat from that kind of stuff. These Devastators, yeah, are a big pain in the arse. There's the Frenzy. And there's an Orbital Bombardment. Nob squad are going to stay in here, I think. Yeah, knowing that they're in amongst enemies. Force Commander goes down. Or did he? Oh, he was teleported by the Librarian, but he was already dead. That was awesome. Pushing up his Orange Muppet. Nob squad doing what they can, but they were all alone. There's the anti-grav grenade. Can't get a revive, though. He's off the field there, the Warp Spider. 2 Land Raider Redeemers on the way. And he kind of wasted the Eldritch Storm, though, didn't he? Terminators arrive. Chop, chop, chop. We do have blasters up, though. Really powerful weapons against heavy infantry. That psychic damage basically just ignores your infantry armor. Or your heavy and super heavy infantry armor gives you bonus damage. Look at the chops. The Ob Squad are there. That momentum building up. Weird Boy's really good as well because of Warp Vomit. Did good damage to the Terminators there. Looks like they had 40 Emperor on them too. Which makes 25% more damage. Quite nasty. Global buff from the Force Commander. Look how blue the map is though. Who's this? Shooter Boy's hanging out. Scout's going to come and say hello and mess them up probably. Yeah, they're sneaking. Maybe they'll look for a grenade here. Nope. There's a shotgun blast. But Tekesh is live to it. I think he's trying to keep those guys alive just to harass that other VP. 3 Flash Kits up, 2 Nob Squads up, a Seer Council and Dark Reapers. They've got some really powerful units, the Red Team. Can they bring them to bear though? These Terminators getting quite low. Sacred Standard Force Commander now, replacing the Teleporter. Constant damage buff around him. Nob Squad going with the rocks. Didn't pop their frenzy there. Maybe it's on cooldown. Mark target on them now. There's the frenzy. Both the Orc heroes are back on their feet, revived, I imagine, by the Warp Spider Exarch. Nob Squad still going. There's the other Land Raider. That one did take a fair chunk of damage, and then there's an Nob Squad going after it, look. The blasters, as impressive as they look, do not do much damage at all against vehicles. You really want to target infantry with them. Use your choppers on these guys now. Still going after that Land Raider. Hard Boys is up as well, but here come Lightning Claw Terminators, and they need to turn around. 243 to 168. See, sometimes you can have all the tools to do something, but the opponent's not just going to let you do it, you know. This is the Apothecary down over here. All 3 Red Team heroes are back up. That should make a huge difference to their chances. This guy, is he idle? I think that's where he went down. I don't think Duds realizes that the Commando's back up here. Yeah, down he goes, look. Busy like managing his army. 243 to 148 on the VPs. Decent little VP lead now for the blue team, 100 or so. They were trying to bash power, I think, a bit over there. Assault Squad jumped the blasters. Warboss is there. Sluggers are there. And they are persuaded to leave. Or are they? Are they just going to die? Very nearly. They do indeed die. That's 1 threat down. Now there's nothing to... Well, I guess the teleporting Terminators or something that can quickly get onto the Flash Kits. Also, the Force Commander could switch back to the teleporter. In fact, he has. Seer Council taking huge damage as they run in there, having to run. But they soaked up damage, and Nob Squad are now there with full hit points, basically. Flash Kits and a Weird Boy in support. Apothecary goes down again. Importantly, those blasters do not do friendly fire. So you can shoot them in amongst the Nob Squad and it'll be okay. For the Nobs anyway. These guys are now idle. Darts need to retreat them. There we go. That's a good foot of Gork over there. Now the Weird Boy runs, level 3. There's another Weird Boy worth it maybe for Tekesh to get one. These Flash Kits very, very low. They're trying to stay in play to get the damage on. And there it is. It's a hell of a lot of damage, isn't it? Huge amounts. Warboss backing off now. Those Flash Kits getting dangerously close. Oh, that was Kommando Boys. That's why I was getting close. Kommando Boys reinforcing a bunch of stuff there. Oh, maybe the Nob Squad wasn't in range? I think they were. Land Raider's dealt with. The Rocks was chucked in. Well played, Tekesh. Got the Land Raider down. It is getting replaced immediately by Lucifer. 243 to 78. Red team running out of time. Kommando Nob trying to get the decap. Gets it. And then dies. Terminators of Jono being pressured. Land Raider Redeemer is there though. And there's that frag assault. Really bad news. Do we have heavy melee Seer Council? We do. Got to deal with another Land Raider now. OrangeMuppet should be focusing mid a bit more, I think. He might be doing this though to try and keep this Land Raider away from the mid. Triple Land Raiders up here. They're now using the Star Shot Launcher or something, whatever it's called. Does some anti-vehicle damage. Nob squad piling in. Two of them popping their frenzy. Going after the Terminators. Killed one. Now they go after the Land Raider. One of them still got the used choppers, which are power melee. Nob squad having to run. That's the problem with going after Terminators and stuff. You can't do enough damage to them quickly enough when they're supported by a Land Raider like this. It might be worth running up to the attacks and stuff, try and get quicker kills. It's a difficult choice though. Oh, look at these Terminators here. They are dead. I think they're going to die. An Eldritch Storm shuts down the Land Raider. Is there anything there though to finish it? The Assault Terminators are indeed down. Flash Kit's doing their job, eh? Haven't even leveled yet as well. I'm at how crazy they're going to get. Warboss doing some kicking. Can something cap the mid here for the red team? They have both the naturals. They are inflicting losses. Certainly are. Librarian on the way now for Lucifer. I bet you wish you had that Librarian up to save those fellas just now. There's another call to boys. Beautifully timed there by Tekesh. So much hit points to chew through though. So many. Nob squad having a really good go. Warboss doesn't have his power claw, but he is buffing those guys with the Bang Bang Hammer. And they are forced to retreat with marked target on them. Look, almost wiped in fact. Very nearly wiped. There's a whole bunch more greenskins though. And we do have a beamy death gun. Could do with some commandos and stuff maybe, eh? For disruption, anti-vehicle threat. Another beamy might be good too. Two Nob squads going in again. One of them keeping the power melee choppers. And there's an orbital. Trying to escape it. 146 to 42. Red team with a double cap. They're just piling in on the Land Raiders over and over again. Can they keep this going? Is it worth Tekesh to get the power claw himself? Tactical Marines level 4 run away. OrangeMuppet not too happy with the state of the balance apparently. Where's the D-cannon? Back at base. Dark Creepers are not firing here. There we go. Move, fellas. 117 to 42. Shotgun knocks back the Apothecary. He might be able to take him out here. Heals himself. That was a massive heal. Bloody hell. Level 7 Apothecary. Nob squad fighting in from duds, but they're too low. That's a level 4 Nob squad too. Wraith Guard would be pretty good here right now, I think, because there's no Assault Terminators and there's no Assault Marines to jump them, get in their face. Doesn't seem to be purchasing anything though, OrangeMuppet. Waiting for an avatar maybe. It's very risky. 2-1 against you. Is that the Kommando? That is a sneaky Kommando going for a cheeky decap there. Buy them some time. Force barrier. Good disruption, keeping these guys waiting around. They're trying to get back into coherency there. Warboss goes down, trying to get the cap, but he decaps the mid. And the Kommando's on that natural. Doesn't look like he's being... Oh, now he's being spoken to by something. Maybe some scouts over there. Terminator's coming in with Assault Cannon. Nothing's trying to cap at the moment. Flash gets getting suppressed here and there by all the assault cannons and stuff. Yeah, they're really struggling to get damage on those land raiders now. Big blob of marines over here. Level 8 Apothecary. Here comes some Eldar melee. Scare them off at least. Foot of Gork. There's a turret up there from St. Galahad. Nob squad piling in again. 82 to 19. Oh, the Kommando went down getting that cap over there. Tax killed him. Phase? What is this for? Did he teleport to the wrong spot? Dark Creeper Barrage gets blocked by the giant rock there. And the Weird Boy went down. 79 to 19. I think the red team were depleted here. Gave it a hell of a good go. Maybe they should have focused this VP way more, you know. Tried to drag the blue team around a bit. They had some really good runs through the mid though. Level 9 Force Commander. Very close. As OP as OrangeMuppet says they are, look how close the VPs are. How can they be that OP? Level 10 Techmarine, level 8 Apothecary, level 6 Warboss, level 4 Kommando, and the Warp Spider Exarch was level 6. Some cool plays in there, some great action and violence. How about you fellas? Level 4, yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see ya next time.